Hello, hello. It's the boys are here to explain the gold points we did on our project. So first of all, we started with one of the creative mechanics that you guys suggested. We implemented both the health mechanic, where the player starts with 3 lives, and if they hit 0 lives, then game is over and they lose. We also added items to alter the abilities of the avatar. We added a little crown that when it is placed, it causes the enemies to get scared and then you can attack them. We also had two individual mechanics that we came up with on our own. With one of them, which I'm about to demo, being that once you collect that power up, the enemies run away. And they do this in a sort of fashion where they basically just try and move 2 tiles away from the player. We decided not to make it like remarkably intelligent. They don't look too far ahead because I sort of found that if you do that, then the game just drags on forever. But nonetheless, it's like once you get within like 10 tiles of the enemies, they get pretty tricky to catch. So I think it makes for some pretty good gameplay. So I'll just show that off here. You just can type in your seed and then you start. As you can see, this is you, the player. The red X's are the enemies. You can hit T to toggle the paths if you want a little assist. And where is our crown? Our crown, it's in a sort of a difficult location. So this might actually be a tough game to win, but we'll see what I can do. Hopefully making the game, I might actually be able to play it, but I don't know. It's a tough location. All right, only one more guy to juke. Okay, whatever. I'll, bro, we made him too smart. Okay, so here we are. This is our world. The 3 red X's are the enemies. You're the little avatar. You can toggle to see the paths they're gonna take as they track you down. And we have our crown up here, which yeah. Anyways, obviously not a great start. Oh, there we go. That's one. Aha. That was a mistake on their part. I outsmarted the machine. So now I need to get. This was a kind of a wonky world, but pretty manageable. You can see they're chasing me down, but once I collect this little crown, they get scared and they start running away. And sometimes, because we didn't want to make them too smart, sometimes they just kind of stay in a couple adjacent tiles. But once you get close, they wise up and start running away and are kind of tricky to catch unless you can trap them in a corner or something like this. Outsmarted me there. Very tough. As you can see, this one made a bit of a mistake. It sort of trapped itself in a hallway. It's like we could have made it so they could escape, but it just made the game drag out too long. So, anyways, that was a great win, and that was really a couple of our mechanics. And now Jonathan is gonna show off our customizable worlds.
All right. Can you see my screen that looks like it? Let's say you don't want to use one of our randomly generated worlds. Instead, you can build your own world. So instead, we'll start that off by hitting B, and then you still need to enter the seed. So here's the seed because we still need to generate randomly or randomly, like where the items will be and where the enemies will spawn. So there we go. And now we have a window that looks like this. And let's say we want to add a world component. So we add a world component, and that comprises either a room or hallway. So we click, and then we hold that click. And as I drag it, a green box is formed. And that green box kind of shows what the room or hallway will be like once I release. See? Click, hold, pull, and release. And then let's do that. And then let's say, oh, I want to connect these. So I add a doorway, click add doorway, click add doorway. And then say, oh no, I didn't want to do that. So how do we go back? You hit undo. For something a little bit easier to see, here we go. Here's the room. Click undo, and it goes away. So let's connect the rest of these things. And then once we're done building the world, let's say, okay, we're all done, done. And this is now generated. And see, this looks exactly like the world that we created before, and we can still move around in it. And these guys still follow us around, and we still have our little heart thing or our crown thing, and they follow, us follow the player. You can toggle. So yeah, and yeah, you lose.
Oh well. Yeah, harder than it looks, but yeah. So I think that's about it, right?
Mhm.
All right. So if you guys have, any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. I hope you enjoyed this, yeah, it's just a lot of fun to make, and yeah, so thanks for the opportunity and, stay safe and all that. And see you guys around.